Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something a bit different. We're focusing really intensely on just one source. It's an excerpt from a text called We Are One. And our goal, really, is to unpack the ideas in here. What does it mean to be one? Why do we feel disconnected sometimes? And what's this journey the text describes back to that truth? So let's jump right in with this question from the text itself. What if? What if we've never actually left this state of oneness? What if we can't not be one? Okay, so the central idea here, the big claim, is that we are all one, always have been. It says we've never left and never ceased to be one. And it gives these really vivid example, like since birth, we haven't missed a breath. That's one. Or, our bodies haven't floated off Earth. We haven't left the love of parents or even the universe itself. And the line that sums it up is because we are all in that one reality, always the same.
Yeah. And what's really striking about that, it's not just like a nice sentiment or poetry.
Yeah.
It's presented as a fundamental statement about how things are, a constant, unbreakable connection.
Right. It challenges that everyday feeling of being separate, doesn't it?
Totally. It flips the script.
Yeah.
Maybe separation is the thing we learn or thing we mistakenly perceive
Yeah.
rather than the baseline reality.
So if that's the baseline, if we are fundamentally connected, why the feeling of being lost? We all feel that sometimes. The text tackles this head on. It asks, isn't it true that we have been missing and lost from perceiving this one reality for how long? It acknowledges that feeling is real for us.
Mm-hmm. And it gives a reason why. It suggests it happens when the heart, as it puts it, steps out of all thoughts, when it tries to go beyond logic, beyond data, principles, knowledge, basic, all the stuff the brain is constantly doing.
Thinking, creating, remembering.
Exactly. All that mental activity, it becomes belief held so tightly. And that, the text argues, is what covers up the value, obscures the beauty and wonder of the truth.
So it's like our own thinking, our own beliefs can accidentally build a wall around this deeper reality.
Precisely. Not that thinking is bad, but the attachment to it, letting it define everything. That's the issue described here.
Wow. And there's that metaphor it uses. It feels as if the light of true reality is millions of light years away from our hearts. That really captures the feeling of distance, doesn't it?
It really does. It feels that far away sometimes.
But okay, it doesn't leave us there. It outlines a path back. It talks about reaching a point of the heart and using mindful awareness, cultivating a neutral heart, and doing this in the present moment.
Yes, the present moment is crucial. It's called the one moment only when reality will reveal itself. So connecting the dots, the idea is to shift focus, move away from just living in our thoughts, our memories, our projections, and instead drop into a direct experience right now. That's where the heart wakes up.
And that neutral heart idea, what does that mean exactly? Not being cold or uncaring, surely.
No, not at all. I think it means observing without immediate judgment, without getting instantly caught up in our usual reactions or stories about what's happening. It's like creating a calm, clear space inside so we can perceive things more directly. Less distortion from our, habitual filters.
Okay, that makes sense. So if someone manages to do this, to cultivate this awareness, touch this truth with the heart, what changes? What are the results? This is where it gets really interesting, I think. The text says life then becomes an important witness. That person knows and sees the phenomenon of truth that has always been with us. It's like gaining clarity.
Yeah, like seeing through the fog, finally.
And it claims this process answers those huge fundamental questions. Who am I? What was I born for? What is life?
Right. It suggests those answers aren't found in, intellectual concepts alone, but emerge from this deeper knowing. And the text describes this awakening to truth in several ways. It's waking from slumber. That's powerful imagery.
Definitely. Like you didn't even realize you were asleep.
Exactly. It's also stepping out of ignorance, moving beyond limited views, and achieving freedom from attachment to self.
Freedom from attachment to self. What does that really mean in practice? Does it mean you lose your personality?
I don't think so. I think it's more about not being rigidly defined by the ego, by the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves. I'm this kind of person. I always do that. It's letting go of that fixed identity that often causes suffering.
Okay. Releasing the rigid definition.
Yeah. And that leads to surrender, accepting the truth of body and mind, which then unlocks happiness, peace, joy.
That sounds pretty profound.
It is. And it mentions accessing ultimate truth, known only personally. That's a really interesting point.
Known only personally. Why is that distinction so important?
Well, it suggests that while the truth might be universal, The experience of it, the realization, is deeply individual. It's not something you can just read in a book or be told, and then you get it.
You have to experience it yourself.
Exactly. It has to land within your own being. And that personal knowing, the text says, is what allows access to true life potential.
And true love, too. Right.
Yes, true love, both for oneself, for others, and for all living things. Which really circles back to that core idea of oneness. If you experience oneness, then love for everything naturally arises.
It makes you wonder, though, if it's so personal, how does the text describe the journey to that understanding?
It uses the metaphor of a treasure at the horizon, which is the destination of a path. So it acknowledges it's a process, a journey.
Okay, so it's not instantaneous for most people.
Apparently not. And it stresses individual responsibility here. It calls it a personal mission and duty. And it says only we can decide to embark on a diverse journey. It's the road of seeking of the inner traveler.
An inner traveler. I like that. It emphasizes the internal nature of the quest.
Completely. It's not about going somewhere physically, but exploring within.
And the goal of this inner travel.
To discover direct experience. To strip away the filters. And ultimately to open the heart beyond all divisions.
Beyond all divisions between me and you, us and them, humans and nature.
All of it. To dissolve those perceived boundaries.
Yeah.
And the end point is to merge and attain that one reality, the one true reality, by yourself.
Wow. By yourself. It keeps coming back to that personal realization.
Mm-hmm.
And the text ends with this beautiful wish, doesn't it? May love, peace, and kindness be a shining light from every heart on every step of this one path.
It's a lovely closing thought, a hope for everyone undertaking this journey.
So just to recap quickly, this dive into We Are One, it's given us this perspective that maybe we're already connected always. That feeling disconnected comes from getting tangled in our thoughts and beliefs.
Right, and that there's a path back centered on present moment awareness, a neutral heart, leading to this direct experience of reality.
The personal journey, ultimately.
A very personal journey towards something universal. It really highlights the potential for transformation, for rediscovering that fundamental oneness.
So here's something to maybe sit with after this. The text links awakening to this one truth directly with accessing true love for yourself, for others, for everything. If that's the case, what's one small thing, maybe just one tiny step you could try in your day-to-day life to cultivate that neutral heart? To just observe without immediately judging. What perceived division, even a small one, might start to soften if you approached it from that space. Just something to think about.